What's good, YouTube land? That weird fucker. On second thought, maybe I shouldn't have worn a black shirt because it's Trailbreaker. Yes, Trailbreaker. I have to remember because Trail Cutter, Trailbreaker, and here's his box. Here's a picture of him doing something with an explosion in the background. Boxy box box. Box, 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 box. It's a lovely box. Stop looking at my box. Oh, there were still accessories in that box. Damn it. Alright. More like one accessory, but whatever. Star map does a thing. And frankly, instruction. Oh, I didn't realize that went on his back. Ah. Okay. I was about to say I don't need the instructions, but interesting. Okay. Do. Here is Trailbreaker, and he is predictably a repaint of Hoist. Let's attach his accessory thing. I shall plug it in up top, and it will sit there and pretend like it's doing something. Just like Dara O'Brien. I'm sorry, I've been watching the Mock the Week too much. Oh, let's get a close-up. It was it was inevitable that they would do these two once this guy was announced, but well, there are only minor differences between these two. The color scheme, the heads, and the accessories, basically. No, actually, that's all. I do appreciate the fact that they went with black translucent plastic for this bit, although I wish they hadn't used translucent plastic at all, because it's still going to be a problem, probably. It's just kind of... What was even the point of this if you were just going to do it without it? Although he is slightly different, actually, in one sense. He has a thingy. This thingy. I don't know what you call it, but you do see it on trucks in the real world, so it's a thing. Other than that, he's got some small yellow and orange and red striping and some silver lines, but that's about it for deco. He's black. Autobot symbol right there. On the bottom, yeah, it's still the slightly irritating mold where you can basically see almost all his robot bits in the vehicle mode. I wish he tucked them in a bit more, but we've done this song and dance. Hey, look, I'm wearing black, so you can see him. Let's get to transforming. So fold that up. The arms come along on these side panels. I'm actually gonna take this off. Parts forming. Oh no. Fold the arms. Fold the arms. Fold the arms. Fold the legs. Fold the legs. Fold out the legs. Dee-doo. Actually lock in the pelvis. Doo-dee-doo-dee-doo. Fold. Let's pop out the head. at last, shall we? Pull the torso in. Yeah. Or maybe not. Come on, you. Pop. Those the head. Down goes that. This plugs into his back. And the arms go down. Then fold out the things from his back. And then proceed to reattach the thing on his back. Which ends up popping his whole stomach because, frankly, there isn't much there. And also, this really does not want to tab in securely. There we go. That took longer than it should have. And we'll cover this hand. Why not? You know what? That transformation was so nice. Let's do it twice. Just to show you that there's pretty much no difference. It's just a tiny bit. Do. The only difference is that thing. I mean, I could have already ended this video by saying, he's a repaint. Bye. But where's the fun in that? I'm forcing you guys to sit here and watch me play with my toys. I'm going to have my own fun with it. I mean, I guess you could have already clicked off the video, but you didn't, right? Comment if you decide not to click off the video at the transformation. And now we have one hoist. I have no idea if any of that was actually on camera. Well, it's on camera. I don't know if you could make out what I was doing. But, oh well. Oh, come on! Peg your weapon into your hand. Dude, what are you doing? You're making me look bad. Here we go. Fold those up. So, comparison in the robot mode. There's actually a tiny bit of difference. The silver paint is actually in different spots on each of them. And besides the head, and again, the color scheme, those are the only differences. Well, actually, where the back stuff is located, which is amusing because this right here for hoist is actually the position it should be for Trailbreaker. It should be right behind his head, or actually like it used to be on the original, attached to the back of his head. But let's give Trailbreaker his fair shake. If look at his head, very I believe that's a cartoon head. Yeah, the blue visor and the actual sculpted face are definitely more in line with the cartoon than the cyborg head he had in his toy, or the more robot-y head, I should say. And unlike the what was it, the classics one from whenever 2012 Generations, he actually comes with something that looks like his original G1 gun, which isn't really as much a gun as it is a hologram. No, it's a force field. He's the force field dude. Hound is the one that has a hologram projector. This guy's thing is force field, so I imagine this thing is a sort of force field gun. And this mold still has the unfortunate case of really weirdly designed, and I wish they didn't design the arms like this arms, where the shoulder goes out like this and like that, instead of just either this panel folding away or actually just staying there. But I guess that's a neat segue into articulation. It isn't, but I'm going with it. So the head is on a ball joint. You can go all the way around. Can it? Yes, it can. You can go up and down a tiny bit, side to side. Good old waggle. The aforementioned shoulders are unfortunate in their design. You can go all the way out, but it just looks bad, in my opinion. Bicep swivel, beyond 90-degree elbow, mostly for transformation, but still very nice. And he's got a wrist swivel. Kind of, yes. I mean, it's there. It does work. His backpack is a bit cleaner than Hoist's. That's one thing I can give him. Is it looks tidier. And he actually has the benefit of a tiny little gun right there. And I don't know if it's easy to see, but his face is actually, I think, more gunmetal gray than actual black. I could be wrong, but it kind of looks like that. Waist swivel. It's locked in place, but he does have a bit of an ab crunch in the transformation. Hips go forward. It's hard to go back because he ends up having to. You have to sort of rotate his torso to get his thigh to go back. But he does have universal hips. Full range, thigh swivel. I'm presuming that you've seen the hoist video. If not, go back and watch that video. And he's got a very, very good double knee for transformation. It can go all the way. And he's got a curl, or an ankle pivot. Excuse me. Shouldn't go that far. But as repaints go, yeah, he's solid. If you already didn't like this mold in the first place, I can't see this guy changing your mind that much. Because, well, he's the exact same. They also both got a face for their ass. Now that I've seen that, I can never unsee that. I actually, between the two heads, I kind of like Hoist's head better. Because it stands out a bit more in the color contrast. I'd say his head kind of blends in, because it's kind of a massive swirl of black. But it's not bad. And I still think this is a good toy, no matter which color you want it in. I'm surprised they actually haven't done more with it, like a red one for like a Diaclone version of Hoist, just like the Collectors Club did for the 2012 toy. And maybe some other ideas, I don't know. But his head, it may just be me, but his head does kind of look like it's almost a perfect rectangle, like a combiner peg head. Like if it weren't for the slight out, like molded out ears, then I'd be tempted to just shove a combiner right onto him. But I'm not going to do that because I am not that insane. But yeah. If you like the character, I recommend the mold, the toy. If you wanted a Hoist in a different color with a different head, this is a good way to go. If you're not a fan of the mold, he's unfortunately not going to do anything to change your mind. I like the new gun. It's got a peg. It's got a small nubbin at the end for effect parts. He's got ports everywhere. I'm just running over. Basically, I can't think of anything creative to come up with that I didn't already use for this video. But now it's here in Knight Ridery black and gray and red and yellow and orange. So that's about it for this guy. Really. I didn't even hilariously I could have just opened the video and say, he's black. Goodbye. But I didn't want to do that. So I spent 15 minutes somehow already. Thank you for watching. I don't know if this is entertainment, but if it is, feel free to hit that like button. And until next time, I am not breaking any trails whatsoever, nor am I breaking any ground. But I encourage you to keep it weird. Bye.